One of the requests I received recently was from Elake. I mentioned in my previous video where she asked me to explain or talk about how to plan and write a very good dissertation. And I think this is a very brilliant topic. This is a very brilliant question. So that is what we're going to do in this video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to plan and then how to write a very good dissertation. So if that sounds like what you're looking for, then definitely keep watching. So welcome back, guys. It's been a while you've seen my face. We've been talking about different how-tos in the past few days, so I haven't had the honor to show you my fine face. All right, guys, so how have you been doing? And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, turn on that bell notification, guys, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But let's get right into it, particularly because this is packed. This is a video that you want to follow step by step. It will tell you what you need to do before you even think about writing a dissertation or a thesis. Tomatoes. So dissertation, thesis, whichever one you call it. All right. So the question says how to plan. That's why I think it is brilliant. How to plan, then how to write. So now the planning part, I think, is the most crucial part of a dissertation or a thesis, which is where most people miss it. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So if you plan very well, if you plan your thesis, if you plan everything you want to do, the writing part will be the easiest part of it. So now, how do we plan? What's involved in this planning? So let's break down the planning. We start from the topic, the very top, the topic. What is the topic of your dissertation? The mistake most people make when it comes to topic is they try ambiguous topics that they are not able to define what the question is. They are not able to give us a very good thesis statement. So it's the best way is to cone it down. Cone down your topic. Cone down your research question. Make it as relatable as possible. You don't have to use the biggest of grammars. Make it as relatable as possible. So that is it about research, dissertation topics. You need to simplify it. I need to pick it up and be able to understand what you're trying to talk about. You can't tell me in the research question that you want to measure obesity, and then elsewhere you're talking about weight loss. It doesn't correlate. You have to, the topic that you decide on is what would generate how you would research, how you will get your articles, and then cone it down to your research question. So everything is intertwined. I've already done a video on how to do a literature review, so I think this and that video they kind of go hand in hand. So, but then you need to have a very good topic, at least that's the basis of everything. A very good topic that is well defined. If your topic is too ambiguous, then you would get confused. And then, okay, you have the topic. The next thing you do is to research, is to gather articles, gather papers, gather things that have been done. It wouldn't make any sense for you to do a particular research and then you realize that because you didn't read wide enough or because you didn't gather enough articles, somebody somewhere has already done that exact article. And at that point, then what's the whole point of the dissertation or the thesis? You're not finding out anything new if you're doing something someone else has already done. So these are things that you need to consider. You need to make sure you gather relevant literatures. Gather as many as you can. As many as you can. Gather enough. It cannot be too much. And I think why people get overwhelmed with gathering articles and all is because of the references. It get a bit confusing, but if you're using referencing softwares, it makes it easy. Don't worry, I will still do that video on how to use Mendeley and how to use Zotero, I promise. So I'm already fulfilling some of the promises I made, but if you are using a referencing software, it makes it easier for you to access those files or those articles that you intend to use in your dissertation. Then the next thing is outline. before you even start writing, have an outline, have a plan, which is, okay, we're talking about the plan now. Within the plan now, have an outline, or have a plan within your plan. So have an outline. One thing I do that I think helps me a lot is I write down my outline. It makes me feel connected to the work. Like, I break it down. My introduction, it's 10%. So 10% of what? Is it 12,000 or 15,000 words I'm writing? So if it's 10%, I already know, okay, 1,200 for my introduction, or 1,500 for my introduction. You put that there. So what do I want my introduction to contain? Okay, this is the structure I want to follow. Put out the structure for your introduction. Go to the next chapter. Put out the structure you want to follow. Go to your methodology. Put out the structure you want to follow. The only thing is result. You might not know what the result will be, but put out the structure of what you want your result, how you want to outline your result, even if you don't know what the result would be yet. So that way you already have a plan you're following. You don't start writing and get overwhelmed. So if you follow that, like the introduction, oh, I want to have this number of paragraph. Each paragraph, the first paragraph will talk about this, the second paragraph will talk about this, the third paragraph will talk about this. And if you follow that, it would make it easy. And I've already done a video on what each paragraph should contain, how to write a very good paragraph that would embody everything, critical analysis, well-read articles and all that. So make sure you check out those previous videos. So if you have that outline, then it would make it quite easy for you. And I've touched on this other part that I'm about to mention, which is apps, softwares, planners. I can't overemphasize. I can't mention this enough. And I think we underestimate how effective and how useful it is to implement all these softwares. You can't imagine writing references with your hand or doing copy and paste with references. It slows you down. So your referencing software is one of the things you really need. And if you know that you have one or two issues with grammar, compositions, and tenses, then get Grammarly. I will leave a link to Grammarly in the description box so that you can click on it. You can get the software. It makes it easy for you to type good and brilliant sentences that are effective. Like, you don't just type jargons, use different tenses that don't correlate. Grammarly will call you out on your BS. So I think everyone should get Grammarly. So go into the description box, click on the link to Grammarly, and make sure you get Grammarly so that you would be able to use it and scale up your English. So what other apps do I think you need to get? So I'm thinking, one other thing I think would be important is to have a planner. So in that planner is where you write the outline I was talking about earlier. And I am still contemplating on developing a planner that I can give out to you guys for free. If I eventually do, I would let you know. So make sure, if you're seeing this video and it's old or something, just check out. I'm sure I have probably uploaded it somewhere, but make sure to ask me if I don't. But I promise to try and create a dissertation planner, specifically for dissertation now. A dissertation planner that would be very useful and you can find to be very effective. So if you do all these things in the planning stage, trust me, the writing part will be easy. I have always said this. If you plan your writing, you will just find out that you have context, you have a plan, you have a structure. Even you will be happy with yourself. If you ever get stuck, at any point in time, you would know that, okay, let me reach out or let me get help, because now it's not because I don't have a plan, it's because I actually don't know. Not because you're confused. Do you get difference? So that makes all the difference in the world. And I've said in my previous video as well, I don't know if you are aware that I do a bit of thesis coaching. So if you want a one-on-one, very soon it won't be one-on-one, but for now I still offer a one-on-one coaching for thesis. So if you're having difficulty with your thesis and you want a one-on-one coaching, we'll proofread, we'll give you a guide, we'll tell you the methodology to use, how to structure and all that, and we do that for a fee. So make sure to reach out to me by sending me a mail. My email is in the description box, and then we can help you out. But note, I do not help you. I do not, I will not help you to write your thesis. I am of the opinion that we should teach to fish and not give a fish. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I won't help you write. I will teach you how to get the skill to make you write effectively, so that subsequently you find it super easy. That is what I coach. That is what I teach. And one other thing I coach is how to pick a research question, a research topic, how to pick a research topic that would make your work quite easy. So if you need any of this, if you know you will benefit from any of this, send me an email and then let's get talking, and we'll see how we can help you out. My team and I will see how we can help you out. So that is the planning phase. Now to the actual writing. You already have the chapters. So you see why I said the planning phase is where the work is. Now to the writing, just straight up writing. You already have the chapters, you already have your structure, you already have your outline. So utilize it. Use the outline, use the structure you have that you have outlined in your planner to write out what you want. So that way you won't be short of word count. You won't start looking for shortcuts or short ways to get these things done. So it makes it really easy if you plan. So Ella K, I hope you're watching this video, and I think you should, if you don't take anything away from this video, take this one thing. If you plan very well, your writing part will be easy. And so far, I hope you've liked and you have subscribed though. So if you haven't, make sure you do so. Let's keep going. One other thing I think people underestimate is proofreading. You don't want silly grammars. As in, those little things are the reasons why people don't get distinctions. You don't want silly grammars. You don't want silly errors. People think that when they write something and one person reads it, that's enough. I believe 3 people should read, 3 different sets of eyes. You read, the second person reads and misses out something. Let the third person read. It would be almost perfect, if not perfect. So take that, note it, proofread your work, proofread it. I can't overemphasize that. Make sure you do that. So another thing you can do is to write in fragments, okay? Write in fragments. The mistake students make is this. You have a deadline, and then you're not trying to meet the deadline. You didn't start writing in time, so you're trying to meet the deadline. You just keep writing every day. Write. 6 hours, you're still not writing. I believe if you sit down for 2 hours and you use your planner and you write, whatever you write in 2 hours, stand up. Take a break, watch a movie, exercise, have a meal, chat with a friend, call your family, do something to lift your spirits. Just distract yourself from that work. Don't think about it while you're away. Then I know that might be a bit difficult, but try. Don't think about it. Especially if you already have a planner, an outline. You won't be bothered in your head trying to figure out also what do I do, because you already have a plan you're following. So do all that, like decompress, get the stress off, then come back again, because dissertation can be quite stressful, especially if you're not doing it right. So take that break, even if it's just 30 minutes, 1 hour, then come back again. I don't believe you should rush the work. Imagine putting in 4 hours every day. You would finish way before deadline. Or even 3 hours every day, even 2 hours every day, with you already having your plan. If you have a plan and you put in 2 hours every day, you already know how you want to structure, what you want to write. So it's just the typing part, the writing part of it. So that makes it super easy. So I hope, I'm pointing out to Ella K now and everyone else who is watching this video, I hope that you have benefited and you understand what I'm trying to say and the message I'm trying to pass across here. So that is all I have to say concerning how to plan and how to write effectively, how to write a very good dissertation. But if you need help with writing, with planning, reach out. I've said that earlier. Reach out and then we'll get you sorted. All right, guys. I hope I have been able to convince and not confuse you. Okay, guys. make sure to like use the pointers that I have given in this video, and be rest assured it would make all the difference in the world. And also try to check out my other videos. Guys, I hope you have gained a thing or two. I hope you have liked. I hope you have subscribed. So till I see you again in my next video, which might probably be an how-to, make sure you put a smile on somebody's face out there. Love and peace, guys. Bye.